Hey y'all, and welcome to the Birmingham Real Estate Market Update. This is the 36th week of us going through and looking at the Birmingham real estate market through the coronavirus shutdown and now the recovery, and now hopefully not another shutdown. But we're looking at these stats week by week and comparing them to the previous year just to see how it's affected our market and what's going on a very granular level. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at the Birmingham market for the last week, and then we've also got it's the beginning of the month, so we have the numbers for November, and we're going to look at the numbers for number of listings, sales, appreciation, list to sale price, all that information. That's really good to follow along with too, to get a feel for what's going on in our market. We'll do that. And then we've got a little bit of stimulus and economic news. Some of you know that I do a good bit of real estate investing myself, and a good chunk of the clients that I work with from a brokerage standpoint are real estate investors. So I'm doing a webinar on investing in the Birmingham real estate market on December 15th. It's free, there's no cost. I'm just going to invest 2 hours in anyone who wants to sign up. We've got other agents, we've got investors from in-state, out-of-state, people from my church group, and just people from all over who are interested in that subject, and I'm just going to kind of share what I've learned on it. So that's on December 15th. The link will be in the description below to sign up, and it'll be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. that evening. So my name is Rob.h.drum. I'm a real estate broker at eXp Realty here in Birmingham, and my description is also in the link below. If you want to just reach out to me directly, I'm happy to help in any way that I can. So let's get started on the numbers. For the last week, we had 329 closings, and that compares to the same week the previous year of 397. And these numbers include Thanksgiving. So a little bit of, just different kind of week when you're missing a couple days. When you look at the last week, the numbers got revised way higher, like 140 more closings for the end of, for the last week, full week in November. So that's a significant jump, and you'll see in the numbers for November, there were more closings. What is interesting is that the inventory is continuing to drop and has now dropped below 3,000 available listings at this point. So we'll see if that continues. That may just be kind of a seasonal thing as we get into the holidays, but it is it kind of falls in line with the larger trend that we've been seeing for this year. And really for a couple years, we've been seeing that trend of less and less available inventory. So let's get into the numbers for November, because they're pretty interesting and pretty telling, I think, about the kind of market that we're in. We had listings were up 7.1%, 1,855 versus 1,732 a year ago. So a jump. We're seeing lower inventory, but there were actually more properties listed this November than last November. But here's kind of where that inventory has been getting eaten up, is that the number of properties sold was 19.15% higher. So significantly more sales, and we had pretty much the same number of sales as listings, very close. So the average sale price, that's a number we've been watching in kind of disbelief over the last couple of months, that it's well above, mid to high double digits. And again, this month in November, we had 15.81% increase in the average sale price of homes in Birmingham. Median sale price, I believe, is a number that's more accurately reflecting of the market, and that is also at 15.11%. So again, a very strong jump. That's what we've been seeing the last couple months, and I was skeptical that it would continue, but that's an indicator that we're really there as far as double-digit plus, mid to high double-digit increases in prices of the homes in our market. So, and that's something I'll mention in a second. I went on a radio show that's coming live on the air on Sunday morning, and we discussed that a little bit, what I think is behind that, what numbers kind of are leading to that. So I'll talk about that in a second. But the list to sale price for November was very interesting because there's a really good jump there, about 1.86% higher at up to 99.32%. So whatever it's listed at, it's selling at very, very, very close to that list price. But what was interesting is I happened to look at the median, just the prices for the median list versus median sale, and the median sale price was actually $230, while the median list price was $229.9. So on a median basis, we actually were selling above list price on median. So we may be getting there very soon, just for like our market as a whole. If this is probably more of an average kind of number. On the average days on market, we had a solid 10-day drop from last year to this year, and then the median almost another 10 days from 15 to 6. So overall, big picture, I think you're seeing a market that has a ton of demand and is definitely supply constrained. I don't think supply is necessarily falling, but there's just a lot of demand to buy homes. There's rates being where they are, so low, below 3 in most cases, and there's just a ton of appetite to buy homes from owner occupants as well as investors. So on the stimulus front, I mentioned this, I think this will be the third week of mentioning it. Today's the deadline to apply for the Revive Alabama Plus grant, which is for Alabama small business owners who have been affected by the pandemic. It's up to $20,000 in grant money for Alabama small business owners, and that applies to independent contractors, sole proprietors, any type of small business owner, S corps. So that is definitely something to take note of and apply for if you have been affected, which I think all of us have. The COVID-19 vaccine is kind of making its way through the system here, and I know one vaccine was approved in the UK, and so I think we'll be seeing one get approved here very soon. That's definitely something to keep an eye on. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I went on the radio on 105.5 Work, which is an iHeart radio station. That'll be airing on Sunday at 7 a.m. And I will not be awake to listen to it, and you probably won't either. But if you aren't, we've got iHeart Radio podcast that'll have the replay available, and we talk about go pretty in depth in the Birmingham real estate market in terms of investing. That's kind of why I went on there, was to talk about investing, talk about the little preview of the webinar I'm going to be doing on December the 15th. So that may be something interesting to check out. There's a lot of good perspectives. There's a really top real estate team owner that does that radio show, and a top mortgage guy who is also on that show, and we had a really good conversation. So that could be good to check out. So I love it if you guys have subscribed to this channel. I've been doing this 36 weeks now, so we'll continue to do it and keep y'all updated and keep myself updated. So thank you for tuning in today, and I will see you next week.